You might as well just stay standing for us if you don't mind, please. My name's...
This is the moment a twisted GP was arrested in his pyjamas after trying to kill his mum's lover with a poison jab while posing as a COVID nurse. Dr. Thomas Kwan wore a bizarre fake beard and hairpiece as part of an audacious plan to murder Patrick O'Hara. The GP wanted to inherit mum Jenny Leung's estate, but the pair had fallen out over plans to leave her home to Patrick instead. Patrick was lucky to survive after the toxin caused a rare and life-threatening flesh-eating disease. Kwan denied attempted murder initially, but dramatically changed his plea on the second day of his trial. He had previously admitted injecting Patrick with a poison, but claimed he meant to inflict no more than mild pain and discomfort. Now, footage has been released of the moment Kwan was arrested while wearing a matching striped pyjama set. Newcastle Crown Court heard the stranger-than-fiction case unfolded on January 22nd this year. Kwan had been collecting dangerous chemicals including liquid mercury, sulfuric acid and arsenic. The GP had also prepared letters with a chilling authenticity from a made-up NHS department. The GP had also prepared letters with a chilling authenticity from a made-up NHS department called the Community Associated Nursing Team. On the day he put his chilling plan into action, Kwan left his home in Ingleby Barrack, Teesside, in his Toyota Yaris fitted with false plates. CCTV then showed him checking into a Premier Inn in Newcastle under a false name. A few hours later, Kwan left the hotel in disguise, complete with a long coat, surgical gloves and a face mask. The court was told he travelled to Patrick's home and claimed he was from the NHS in a broken English accent. He then told the pensioner he was going to give him a COVID booster injection. The grisly plan was so successful, even Kwan's mum was oblivious to the fact the so-called nurse was her son. While Kwan administered the injection, Patrick yelped out in pain and shouted, "Bloody hell." Doctors discovered he was suffering from a rare, life-threatening, flesh-eating disease. Patrick needed several surgeries to remove very considerable portions of his arm. Kwan was arrested 2 weeks later, and cops uncovered the full extent of his murder plot. Officers also found castor oil beans in his garage and a recipe for manufacturing ricin from the beans. An MOD chemical weapons expert was brought in, but was unable to establish exactly which poison was used to inject the victim. Hong Kong-born Kwan had developed an encyclopedic knowledge of poisons and had studied how to get away with murder. The court was told Patrick had done absolutely nothing to offend Mr. Kwan in any way whatsoever. Mum Jenny had named her partner of 20 years in her will to the effect that he could stay in her home should she die before him. This led to a strained relationship between money-obsessed Kwan and his mother. The dangerous offender has today been jailed for 31 years and 5 months.
Taking into account all that I have read about you and about the circumstances of your offending, I'm satisfied that your obsession with the money to which you felt you were entitled has arisen in very particular family circumstances. There's no evidence before me that you posed or will pose on release a risk to the wider community. I also bear in mind that the determinate sentence which I'm imposing is a very long one, and that you will serve 2/3 of that sentence before release on licence. You will be well over 70 years old when released and will remain on licence for many years thereafter. I take into account, as I must, that life imprisonment must always be a sentence of last resort.